members since the 1940-1941 school year. Today's ceremony indicates the continuing emphasis on excellence that we represent for our school and the community. Throughout the year, members of our chapter serve as role models for other students, in addition to the strong academic records which establish the eligibility for membership. Our chapter members are leaders in many student organizations, and we serve our school and community through many activities. We are proud of this record of accomplishment and welcome these new members who bring new energy in support of our continuing work as NHS members. It is at this time that we proclaim to all in attendance that membership in the Hettinger High School chapter of National Honor Society has been earned by these candidates through the effective demonstration of the 4 qualities that serve as standards for the organization. The National Honor Society acknowledges these qualities above all else because these are the characteristics of not just great leaders, but competent adults. Our inductees have been chosen because they possess these abilities. It is the aim of every member of our organization not just to have exemplified these pillars in the past, but to further uphold them in the future. We will now review these qualities for the candidates. We will begin with scholarship.
Scholarship, a commitment to learning and growing on both a personal and educational path that stems from a desire to contribute to the world in a positive way. Scholarship denotes a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and study, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for human education ends only with the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life, which leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, the torch guiding us to understand the present, and the light that illuminates the future. Members have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship.
Service.
Service, seeking out and engaging in meaningful service voluntarily, not simply doing acts of service to fulfill a school, district, or program requirement or to collect hours. Service can be defined as the act of voluntarily giving your time and using your skills and talents to help others at school and in communities. A willingness to work for the benefits of those in need without monetary compensation or public recognition is a quality we seek in our members and promote for the entire student body. Through service efforts in the individual or as a group, we build empathy. We are committed to volunteering our time and talents to the creation of a better tomorrow.
Leadership.
Leadership, carrying oneself with dignity and taking ownership and responsibility for one's actions and participation. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking initiative in the classroom and in school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to reach their common goals of success. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interests for the interests of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a school, community, or nation, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. Thus, to lead is a meaningful and substantive charge to each of our members.
Character.
Valuing diverse cultures and building relationships that reflect love of self, but also concern for others. It is about the personal commitment to ethical and compassionate decision-making that affects oneself and others. Character is the force within the individual that distinguishes each person from others. It creates for each of us our individuality, our goodness. It is that without which no one can respect oneself nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character that guides one through life and, once developed, grows steadily within. Character is achieved and not received. It is a product of constant thought and action, the daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be in reality what we wish to appear of others, to be rather than to seem. By demonstrating such qualities of respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character.
At this time, our current Vice President will explain the emblem of NHS.
The emblem of the National Honor Society is a torch and keystone. For ages, the keystone has been a symbol of strength and perfection, as it is the stone most important for the stability and integrity of a structure, and this makes the keystone also a symbol of character. The flaming torch symbolizes the light of knowledge, which is to be carried with our members and illuminate even the darkest of ignorance. At the base of the keystone and on the torch itself are the letters C, S, L, and S, representing the ideals of National Honor Society: character, service, leadership, and scholarship.
At this time, will the current members of the chapter please rise? This past year, we've had 7 members. All the National Honor Society members have spent numerous hours participating in service projects, leading and representing many athletics activities and the community, receiving outstanding awards and recognitions. Upon hearing your name, please come forward, receive your high school letter, certificate, and pin. Seniors, you'll receive your high school graduation stole. Then proceed over to sign the official chapter registry. Of the senior class of 2023, Tanner Defoe. Sydney Ellingson. Ella Jensen. Tristan Hickes. Allison Shaleski. The junior class of 2024, Olivia Defoe. Olivia Havelka. Current members, you may be seated. At this time, will the 2022-2023 new inductees please rise? As your name is called, please step forward, raise your right hand, and repeat the National Honor Society pledge. Receive your membership card and high school letter, certificate, and PIN. Then proceed to sign the official chapter registry. Juniors, Julia Daly. You're right.
I promise to maintain the standards by which I was selected. To uphold this promise, I will pursue academic excellence with diligence and integrity, lead by positive example, volunteer my time and energy for the betterment of my school and community, and employ traits of high character in my words, actions, and deeds.
Tanner, do you want to help her? Gabrielle Dix.
I promise to maintain the standards by which I was selected. To uphold this promise, I will pursue academic excellence with diligence and integrity, lead by positive example, volunteer my time and energy for the betterment of my school and community, and employ traits of high character in my words, actions, and deeds.
Sarah Holzkamp is also been inducted. She is currently not able to attend today due to a family member graduating from college. Sophomores, Sophia Kennedy.
I promise to maintain the standards by which I was selected. To uphold this promise, I will pursue academic excellence with diligence and integrity, lead by positive example, volunteer my time and energy for the betterment of my school and community, and employ traits of high character in my words, actions, and deeds.
And Blake Larson.
I promise to maintain the standards by which I was selected. To uphold this promise, I will pursue academic excellence with diligence and integrity, lead by positive example, volunteer my time and energy for the betterment of my school and community, and employ traits of high character in my words, actions, and deeds.
It gives me great pleasure to welcome you into the Hettinger High School's National Honor Society. You are hereby officially accepted. New members, you may be seated. In the year 1940, Hettinger High School received a charter to institute its own chapter of the National Honor Society. Since that time, well over 500 members have been chosen by a highly selective process. They have been admitted into its ranks. The names of these members are inscribed in the Secretary's records books. They are the names and signatures of young men and women who are constantly endeavoring to uphold the high ideals of this organization. At this time, we will now install our new officers for the upcoming 2023-2024 school year. The installation of any group of officers is an important and serious occasion. You have indicated your faith and the trust of these, your elected officers, to serve for the coming year. Their service and accomplishments depend largely on your cooperation. Following is as important as leading. In any organization, there comes a time when some must lead for a while and others must follow. The National Honor Society was founded upon the principles of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. In all your undertakings, may you always keep in mind these guiding principles.
A candle's but a simple thing. It starts with just a bit of string, yet dipped and dipped with patient hand, it gathers wax upon the strand, until complete and snowy white, it gives at last a lovely light.
Life seems so like that bit of string, each deed we do a simple thing. Yet day by day, if on life's strand, we work with patient heart and hand, it gathers joy, makes dark days bright, and gives at last a lovely light.
Will each retiring officer step forward and receive a lighted candle, symbol of the torch of knowledge and reminding us to bear forward the search light of truth and to lead others to follow the light. Outgoing officers, you have made the candles which you will now pass on to your successors. You have worked with patient care, made dark ways bright. We thank you for all your efforts. You have added to the history of this chapter. We now ask you to pass your lighted candle to your successors as their name is read. The 2022-2023 chapter president, Olivia Havelka, will continue to hold the light and continue leading as our 2023-2024 chapter president. Our 2022-2023 chapter vice president, Tanner Defoe, will you pass the light and leadership onto Olivia Defoe, our 2023-2024 chapter vice president. The 2022-2023 chapter secretary treasurer, Tristan Ficus, will you pass the light and leadership onto Blake Larson, our 2023-2024 chapter secretary treasurer. New officers. In accepting these offices, you have indicated your willingness to give your best effort to carry out the principles of the National Honor Society. Yours is a significant responsibility as well as a privilege. The world today, as never before, needs faithful and efficient leaders, and your chapter is looking to you to lead its members. To the chapter members, I ask you for your support of these new leaders of the chapter. Will you support these new leaders and work with them for the betterment of our chapter and our school? If so, please respond, we will.
We will.
Good job, Tristan. Now, with the support of your peers, the school staff, and the administration, do you pledge your leadership to these offices to which you have been elected? If so, new officers, please respond, we do.
We do.
Hold high the torch, you did not light its glow. 'Twas given to you from other hands you know. 'Tis only yours to keep it burning bright, yours to pass on when you no more need light. For there are other feet we must guide, and other forms go marching by our side.
And efforts which we think are not worthwhile, or sometimes are just the very help they need. Actions to which they give most heed, so that in turn they'll hold it high and say, I've watched somebody else carry it this way.
May your light blaze forth for a successful year, and at the expiration of your term of office, may it be passed on with satisfaction from the knowledge that much was accomplished for the good of our chapter, our school, and our community. Congratulations. You may now extinguish your candles and be seated. Seniors, please stand. I'm doing something a little different this year. I'm going to give them a nice farewell with some words of advice. So please be reminded, seniors, that membership does not end with your graduation from high school, but you should continue throughout your life. Therefore, you have an obligation as those who have come before you to uphold the principles of the National Honor Society. It's been a pleasure and an honor to work with you and watch you grow throughout high school. I am proud of all the accomplishments you have each had along the way. I encourage each and every one of you to show the world what you are capable of, even when others doubt you. I hope that when you hit bumps in the road of life, that you shall see the light at the end of the tunnel. In the next few weeks before graduation, as you end this chapter of your life, please take time to remember where you've come from and the ones who got you here. Reflect upon the hard times and the lessons learned, the good times and the friendships formed. Take time to thank your parents, the teachers, coaches, and others who have truly cared for you and your education and successes. In the future, be humble and complete every task ethically, thoroughly, and honestly. Find your passion, fight for change, and strive for success. Make the world a better place. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you the best of luck. Congratulations on your graduation. You may be seated.
Thank you all for attending our NHS induction ceremony and officer installment. In just a moment, we will recess, after which you are all invited to join us for a reception and photographs in their honor. But before doing so, we would like to thank Ms. Dunn for helping with the reception food. Thank you, Ms. Dunn. And now, will everyone please stand as the members of the Hettinger National Honor Society recess?